Nonprofit marketing made easy. 9 research-backed stratagems for expanding donor reach. Nonprofit marketing, particularly in small charities, is no easy job. Most of the time, you've got to promote your cause with limited staff and operational resources and on a shoestring budget. Plus, the philanthropy's management may not be too keen on engaging in marketing owing to the low risk on return. What can you do to expand donor reach without the colossal resources of, say, YMCA of the United States of America, Goodwill Industries International, or Catholic Charities USA? Watch this video to find out. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Sweetie Kiwi. How you doing today? I'm doing fantastic, and if you're doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. Today, I want to talk to you about something very important: nonprofit marketing, and we're just trying to make it very easy for you. And I'm giving you 9 research-backed stratagems for expanding donor reach. Number 1, focus on the 3 T's. So you want to steer your calls to action around people's time, treasure, or talent. Let's get into that. Now, the call to action is known in the nonprofit world as the ask, right? So you want to ask people, whatever message you are sending out there, the bottom line is you want to ask. And the anatomy of a successful ask can often determine whether your fundraising campaign is successful or not. Let's talk about the 3 T's here. Time. If you want volunteers to donate their time, you want to make sure that you ask them clearly, and you want to make sure the value of that donation is clear. So this can often be translated into more tangible concept. For example, you can say something like volunteer 5 hours or 10 hours at the food bank, right? Or if you spend 10 hours with us at the community garden, we can actually reap or we can harvest so and so, or we can feed 100 families or 200 families, and so on and so. So you're trying to link the time that the volunteer gave to you, to your nonprofit, to the benefit of something positive for the community. That's the first T, time. Second T, treasure. Now, remember that a lot of times philanthropies are asking for a treasure, and the treasure here is what? Money. Now, you want to make sure that you're not focusing too much on the money, but you want to focus on the cause that money will help you push forward. For example, if you want to raise money for breast cancer, everybody understands breast cancer is a critical element, is an important condition it is an important cause, and people care about that, and they should. So you don't want to focus too much on the treasure here, but you want to package the information in a way that people see that if they give $20 or $30 or $40 or $50, this could help you do something significant. For example, if you contribute $20 today, this can help buy this item for a kid or for a woman, for a mother who is suffering from breast cancer. Right? People want to see that whatever they're giving you, whatever treasure they're giving you, is tied properly to a pledge for something, to a donation campaign, to a donation objective. The third T you want to focus on is talent. Now, I'm not saying here that people who don't give to your organization are not talented. I'm just saying that if you're asking people to donate time or treasure, aka money, to you, and they don't have that, they might donate talent. They might donate their skill set. They might donate some expertise. Now, the expertise doesn't mean that they are going to show up at your event every week or every day. No, they might show up once a quarter. Let's say you have a big event, you have a big drive, you have a big charity drive 3 or 4 times a year. So you might say, listen, if you have expertise in logistical management or in crowd management or in risk mitigation or in risk management, please help us in our next charity drive. So you're asking people to volunteer their talent to you. So you're asking them to donate a specific skill or good. All right. Now let's talk about how you can leverage, and that's number 2. The number 2 stratagem you can use to expand your donor reach is to leverage current events for your fundraising. Now, you want to tie your nonprofit fundraising to an initiative that targets a current and present event. Let me give you an example. Right now, we are currently in the coronavirus era. If you're able, again, if you have to do it in a very honest way, if you're able to tie your fundraising to the COVID-19 pandemic, you might be able to raise more money for your organization. The whole idea here is to link it in a smart way. Again, you have to be very careful not to deceive people or not to try to take advantage of the event for your own charity's advantage. No, what you're trying to do here is to raise awareness around an existing issue by linking it smartly to a current event. Number 3, you want to get involved in the community. If you want to expand donor reach, you want to be seen in the community. Remember, donors don't give to an organization, they give to a cause. So if you are helping your communities get to know you, chances are they're going to espouse your cause. And by espousing and adopting your cause, they will help you. People in the community will help you. So basically, the idea, there are several ways for you to get involved in the community. You can do things for the community. You can do events in the community. You can reach out to community leaders. You can also have, you can partner with sister organizations. You can do collabs. The whole idea here is to be seen, over and over and over in the community as what? As a good contributor to social welfare. If you can do that, and if you can do it pretty well, you will expand your benefactor reach. That's for sure. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Sweetie Q. We are talking today again about nonprofit marketing made easy. I'm giving you 9 research-backed stratagems for expanding donor reach. If you love the clarity and quality of the content so far, please consider subscribing to our channel and turn on the notification bell so you are aware whenever we drop a new show, and we do this every single day on a variety of topics, not just nonprofit marketing. Comment below, share, and like. Number 4, focus on relationships and real conversations to grow your nonprofit. Now, relationships are key. I'm talking here a relationship with people. You want to get to know people, not just knowing donors. No, you want to know them at the personal level. You want to know, if possible, if you want to know about their families, their children, their passions, what drives them, their interests, their businesses. Focus on those relationships, and you want to have real conversations. Again, I'm not talking here about having a little superficial blah, blah, blah with people and trying to have like this sort of hypocritical laughs. No, you want to really get to know them and be present in the conversation. Even if they're not giving you money, they're not giving you treasure, they're not donating to your organization, there are still people. I believe, and research has shown it, that any person that your nonprofit has come across can be a potential donor. Maybe not now, because they're probably still studying you, or they're probably still seeing, whether or not you are the right cause or the right match for them, or they just don't have the resources now. But nobody is dynamic. Nobody is static, rather. Everybody is dynamic. Things change. So somebody today that you had a real conversation and a real relationship with can turn to become a great supporter in the future. You want to draw social media influencers to your cause. Now, we're talking about social media marketing for nonprofits, and a lot of people nowadays have flocked to the so-called social media influencers, and they're great. They are a great machine. They constitute a great machinery, if you will, in the whole conundrum, in the whole continuum of social media marketing. So as a nonprofit, you can use them as part of your own nonprofit marketing continuum. Now, you can either reach out to them. You don't want to pay them, because social media influencers are usually paid. And the last thing you want to do is to reach out to one of them and ask them to pay them, because if you're a nonprofit, you want to use every dollar collected towards the causes that you are fostering. You can reach out to them, write a simple letter. You can contact them on the platform where you are, If they're on Facebook, reach out to them on Facebook on their page or via private message and explain why you need them. And a little bit of research beforehand can help you a lot. For example, if you see an influencer who has great love for animals, for example, for pets, and you have an event or a charity drive around pet, reach out to that social influencer, to that social media influencer, and explain to them what your organization is about and what you try to achieve. And if you're lucky, he or she will get back to you. And that's the best way to reach out to them. And once they accepted your collab, please cultivate their relationship. Help them out too. Think about how to make the conversation a two-way street. Not just them helping you, but also how you can help them, it's all about helping each other. It's all about building karma. Remember that. Number 6, apply for Google for nonprofits. Google has a wonderful Alphabet, for that matter, has a great tool called Google for Nonprofits. It is a suite of 5 tools that qualifying nonprofits can apply for and use for free. Unfortunately, as of today, a lot of 67% of nonprofits in the United States still ignore that platform. And Google for Nonprofits is available worldwide. So even if you're a philanthropy based outside the United States, you still qualify. Now, there are 5 tools, as I said before, that will help qualify nonprofits. You have G Suite for nonprofits, so you can keep your team organized on the cloud, and this includes unlimited email addresses on your domain, video conferencing, and 24/7 support. You have Google Ad Grants. You can get up to 10,000 of in-kind advertising on Google search results every month. You can track online donations, signups, and registrations. So Google is actually not giving you money, but they're giving you a grant, which is money because they're giving you space for advertising that you would have paid for anyway, and that a lot of people pay for anyway. You also have something called YouTube nonprofit program. So you can add donation cards and links to your videos, right? So this includes access to YouTube spaces and dedicated email support. You have Google One Today. This is one of our favorite. You can streamline your nonprofit marketing with easy online fundraising, supporter communications, and a mobile app. And the great thing here is that you keep 100%. Let me repeat that. You keep 100% of the donations. And the last one, but not the least, this one tool on Google for nonprofits, that's Google Earth Outreach. You can use that. You can use common mapping and location data to visualize your organization's impact and find new supporters. All right, I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Sweetie Kiwi. We're also having a conversation around nonprofit marketing made easy. I'm giving you 9 research-backed stratagems for expanding donor reach. I've already given you 6. Now let's move on to the next 3. Ask your personnel to spread the word. Communication must start internally first, right? It must start from inside out. You want to ask your personnel, your staff members, and your vendors. I mean, all the other key stakeholders, vendors, suppliers, clients. If you are a nonprofit, you don't have clients, but you have existing donors. You want to reach out to that ecosystem of people to help spread the word. Now, as a nonprofit, your founders, staff, and board members all make excellent salespeople simply by virtue of being part of the show, right? People always love hearing from people who are experiencing things firsthand. So don't overlook the unique position your staff members have to be able to bring attention to the cause and to bring in new donors. You can ask, for example, all your personnel to help share your message with their friends and on their social media accounts, and they'll most likely to happily oblige, right? If you do it the right way. Number 8, use educational video content to tell your story. Now, we live in a world where video is key. Now is no longer the time to write long paragraphs that are more suitable for a PhD dissertation. You want to really go straight to the point. And video is just fantastic, especially when it comes to millennials, to reaching millennials and Generation X and Generation Z. you really in Generation Y, all the Gen, you want to be able to have a way to reach them, and you want to concoct a video that is adaptable, that is responsive to smartphones, to tablets, to phablets, you name it. Right now, YouTube has something called YouTube Impact Lab, and this really will help you. For example, show your donors, show the communities where you're in, how great the actions you're doing are. And social platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram allow users to easily live stream content. So what I'm trying to say here is that you don't even have to do a video if you don't have the tools for it. Just go live, and this is really this is a great advantage for you. Number 9, automate your email and text messaging campaigns. Now, when it comes to nonprofit marketing, email and text and SMS are still powerful tools. Now, typically, people who join your marketing list truly care about your cause and they want to support you, which means they're highly receptive when they see a message from you, or from you on their phone or in their inbox. So when you one thing you want to do here is you want to automate those messages, so to increase the power and the effectiveness of those messages. Now, automation can save you hours of time and make it easy to ensure that the right messages are going to the right groups of people. Now, we know that in the last 5 to 10 years, people have been bombarded with so many messages that the email open rates, unfortunately, are not as great as the text open rates. Now, email is not dead though, but we would encourage you to use text message. You can use group text messaging. You have a lot of platforms out there that offer that kind of service at a very, very affordable rates, and you can actually take advantage of that, because text messages are always almost open. Always. Think about that. 9 people out of 10 open their text message. So if you're looking for a way to do that, if you're looking for a way to boost your donor reach, to boost your donations, to boost your branding, if you will, go ahead with text messages. All right, folks, this is it for today. We really appreciate your time. I'm going to quickly recap today's conversation. I was talking to you today about nonprofit marketing made easy. 9 research-backed stratagems for expanding donor reach. And 1, focus on the 3 T's, right? So you want to steer your call to actions around people's time, treasure, or talent. Leverage current events for your fundraising. Get involved in the community. Focus on relationships and real conversations to grow your nonprofit. Draw social media influencers to your cause. Apply for Google for nonprofits. Ask your personnel to spread the word. Use educational video content to tell your story. Automate your email and text marketing campaigns. I will see you next time. But remember, until then, remember, stay marvelous.